So I'm here. What you see behind me, see over the skyline? That's rye. I hate rye, so I'm gonna go pull it. Whose land is this? Not mine. I don't own land. I'm a farmer. I don't have land. I just pull other people's rye for free. There you go. And then, as I'm looking over here, this is why I actually stopped. I want to walk out in the wheat too. There's rye over here. Can you see it? Yep. That's rye. That's how you can tell what rye is. So we're out here rogging feral rye, or pulling rye is what we call it. We don't rogue it where I come from. We just pull it. So I'm just out here pulling it just to show you guys what you do. So you grasp it like this from the bottom. You don't have to do this. That's not necessary. Then you can wrap it around your hand, pull it up, and it's easy. You want the root and everything. If the root doesn't come up, the top doesn't die. If you want to look here, these are the heads. They're still, there's nothing in there. They're gonna be hardened, but there's nothing. There's no good grain in there. That's not rye. It looked like it was. So rye looks a lot like the rest of it. Not gonna lie. This part looks like rye to me almost. Like, see this? That's not rye though. That's wheat. See that? So I'm gonna come out here. There's rye all along over there. That's rye. But what I see is this fry is almost under control. So this corner, I'm gonna clean it out. I drive by here all the time and rye bugs the crap out of me. So yeah, I get it. I'm stepping on your wheat, dude. Probably stepping on more wheat than this rye would cause a problem, but that's not the point. This is not rye. That looks like rye to me from a distance. It's not rye. I'm gonna go out here, pull this. This is a very small patch of feral rye. Very small, isolated. Right here. There's no more rye around it. This could be from one plant. They could have hit the plant right here, combine, flings it, lands up here, seeds it. So this has been seeded. But if I just go through and pull it, there will be no weeds here. There will be no more rye here for 4 years. If I pull it for 4 years, every year, that one I just pulled the top off of. So what you do is you stop. All of this right here will sprout a new head. There are no heads. See this? There are no heads on this. But it will sprout a new one. So when you do that and just pull off all the tops like that, grab it by the base, pull up the root. No heads. Sucker heads. That's what we call them. Because you're a sucker if you think there's not going to be any heads. So pull it all, get it all, and then for 4 years, pull it all. The seed bank will die, and there will be no more rye. And what you could do is you could also break it. I'm in the practice of breaking it. That's not good. So there's a big rootstock here I'm gonna have to get rid of. But you break it, and that'll kill it, hopefully, and stop it from still growing, because this will keep growing. See all this dirt on this? With this dirt attached to it, that's a lot of good topsoil. This will keep growing. Whatever's attached to this will keep growing. You don't have to do what I just did, but break it, and it won't grow anymore. It'll stop the xylem or whatever, the phloem and all that. No more. Roots and all. See? Pulled out the top. I'm going to pull out that root. I want the whole thing to come off. Again, it broke off. Find the root, pull it out. That's why you push down into it. This is really hard to find the tap root too. All right, I left my car running. So that's rye over here too. You can see it here on the top of this. This is rye. And this is where it's been sprayed because they got weeds here. Well, they should have sprayed up here because they got the rye up here. This is an eyebrow. That's what we call an eyebrow. This is outground. This could never be sprayed by any machine. Could never get up here. So you could broadcast up to it. That's about it. But these eyebrows get bigger, way bigger. So this was not a 1/4 mile long. I can handle this. Just out here on the neighbor's farm, pulling their rye for free. Don't tell the Mexicans. Shh. Don't tell the Mexicans. Okay. I'm not drunk. I'm just pulling rye for free. So I'm a farmer. These are the skyrockets in Prescott, Washington. Some of the most beautiful farmlands in the world. That's okay. If you want to see that field farmed right here, go ahead and go to Grain Hog Season 1. Close calls right here. Close call. He's coming down. Bank out wagon's coming down right here. Almost hit the combine right here. Very close. But that's okay. It didn't happen. This is the guy's tractor anyway. But look at this. That's wild oats right here. That's not supposed to be here. It's not really wild oats so much. It's just oats. So what I'm looking for out here though is rye in this field. That's cheatgrass. Most of it. It looks like oats, but that's not. That's cheatgrass. Downy brome. What I'm looking for is rye. It's not rye. It's tall enough to be rye. It's not rye. So I pulled all the I pulled all the rye but that one here. So I'm gonna go double check my work up there. Get that one. Well, now I'm gonna pull the rest of this field, just this little bit, because my car's parked over here. It's my Honda. It's still running. So I'm not only am I pulling this for free, I'm running gas for no reason while I do it. So first let's go over this wild oats. I can tell it's wild oats because first of all, look at this. Look at this. This is not wild oats. This is bread plant. This is a bread plant. This is oats. So that's what you eat in the morning. Oatmeal. That's this. There you go. That's what the plant looks like. Oh, I'm going to pull it out though. So that's the whole plant. Doesn't it look a lot like wheat? For example, this is wheat. Let me pull one of these out. Looks like a thick wheat. This is bread also. This is not GMO, but it's GMO'd. This has been bred. See, it's very similar though. See the flag leaf? See how thick the stem is, the straw or whatever? That's the head of wheat though. Here's the head of oats. See the difference? Oops. Grab another one. Plenty of wheat around here. Okay. So to me, these look very similar. Very similar. Different, but similar. It says they're bred. Doesn't look like any grass I've ever seen. You guys ever seen grass like this? So I'm gonna go out here. I'm gonna pull the rest of this wild oats and also the rye. I'll find some rye to show you what I'm looking for out here. First, let me go over here and pull this. This is Trevor's "'Tis the Season for Rye Pulling" video. Here's a plant I missed. You guys would have saw it in the time lapse just a minute ago. Look at this. That's the head of rye. We call these the heads. So that's rye. We can compare them all, wheat and rye, and I can show you. Oh, whatever, it's gone. So I just know there's rye here still because I was pulling it and the weeds were at the base of it. There's weeds that are holding the roots down. So I'm just pulling off the heads, which is no good. So we'll go over here. We'll show you a little bit more rye, which is all going to be pulled. It helps in the wind too, seeing the rye. So look between me and the car. You see it? Well, now do you see it? Right there. That's rye. That's right, that's rye. To zoom out, you can tell the color difference and it moves against the wheat. The wind really helps. So pull that on the way back to my car. A few more pieces out here. Then you got this patch right here. Now this needs to be sprayed. It could be pulled by me, but I'm probably gonna tell them to spray it. Or have the Mexicans pull it. Either way, I know it's not racist having the Mexicans do it, but the Mexican workers unions, they pay good money to pull this rye. So who says they're not the ones out here seeding it? Who knows what's going on? Job security. So let's just say it's my job on the line, and I got to pull this rye every year. There has to be rye to pull, or I wouldn't have a job. This will not be pulled, so you will have a job. Farmer says don't pull that. You don't pull that, that will bleed back down into the field. It's just the way it is. Here's a single head of rye. This is a perfect plant. This is a perfect example. It's just one plant. So what you could do is, it's perfect, just lay it down. Just lay it down in the wheat. Don't break it. See what I mean? Gently fold it down. Get it stuck down there. Oh, pop back up right now, but just bend it down, get it stuck. Come back up. Look at that. It keeps coming back up. Rye just wants to stand up. But you could, in theory, bend it down, and that head will continue producing down below the part where the farmer can see it. And that will be harvested and replanted. We're not going to do that, though. That's not what I do, and I don't believe that they do that. Why? Because, again, this is their job to pull this. They probably don't like the idea that Trevor's out here doing this for free. But this is the field line. See this behind me? This is the edge of the field. This way, we're going to cut. That way, it's not going to be cut, so they don't do anything about this. I come from Struthers Farm. Struthers Farms does not allow this. We're not going to do this. We're not going to walk away from this. Now that I'm over here burning fuel, burning my own diesel over there in that truck, I can't leave this like this. So I'm going to pull this. I'm going to pull as much of it as I can. And all the way down the field line, into the field, obviously, and above it. But first, let me do the field. So when I get tired of doing this, I'll just leave. So again, get low. It makes it easier to see. Really pops out. I mean, look at that. Look at this. It's definitely different than the wheat. My buddy Mateo in Poland, his tractor is called Mateo Miziak, I think, or his channel. I don't remember. He makes great videos about tractors. You guys should check him out. I'll link you at the bottom of the video. So this will be the Trevor's pulling rye video. And you guys have a good one. And a word to the wise, if you're pulling rye, cover up. Don't put those sunscreens on you. Don't put chemicals on you. Don't look like Mark Zuckerberg. Just G up, dog. Nice little rainstorm right here. It's gonna get me stopping for a second. But as soon as it dries out, I'll go pull that little last bit of rye that's left, and I will throw on my GoPro so you guys can get a better idea of what it is I'm doing over here when I'm pulling the rye. Show you how problematic it is and how hard it is to pull in this cheatgrass. I'm not gonna lie right now, I've never had such a hard time pulling rye as I am right now in this cheatgrass and these other underweeds or whatever cover crop going on this eyebrow right here. It's the eyebrow behind us. They're called an eyebrow because it's shaped like a human's eyebrow. See? Like a Bert and Ernie eyebrow. All right, give it a second, I'll be back. Well, from partway to that shop, over here, that eyebrow right here, pulled all that. Yeah. Now I'm going home. No more rye in this corner, no more rye into that tree. Mission complete for now. So this video will be about pulling cereal feral rye or feral cereal rye in standing weak and in an eyebrow, the mechanical way, the physical way. Now I'm going home to edit this video and upload it. You guys have a good one.